Yo, what's going on, Exiles? In today's video, I will talk about my Warrior League starter I will be using in 03 in the new league, third edict in a couple of days. Now, this will be using a Rolling Slam into Bone Shatter. It's been confirmed that after the first hit of Rolling Slam, you are able to animation cancel it with Bone Shatter. So that's intended, as Rake was nerfed with animation cancel, I believe. That's amazing. So we'll be using that for AoE. For bosses, you want to keep rolling slamming both hits because the second hit does insane amounts of damage, especially to heavy stunned boss or target. And it is very high stun buildup. So this ability will be very good for boss killing overall, even through endgame. So I will be probably focusing on that one. So a little bit of showcase here. This was on SSF, so I started from scratch with nothing. RNG was not really on my side with drops, because surely I was saving it for the new league, right? Surely. But let me show you some fast forward a little bit. If you want to go fast in campaign, you can probably skip rares because they usually take too long to kill. But I mean, little drops. They also drop runes. That will be very good too. Very significant. But again, one hit of Rolling Slam into Boneshatter like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You need to get used to the timing, but once you get it down, it's really awesome. It is really awesome. I do use Earthquake here as in between, like we being in Earthquake for some damage, but Earthquake is not needed. It is getting buffed for a single target, but its AoE is getting nerfed by quite a lot. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I'm pretty sure the instant Earthquake endgame builds I've covered since, 01 League, since the game started, will be a safe build. I believe it's still going to be very good. So you can transition into that one if you want to. I will try to keep the builds updated as well. I have like 2 more builds I want to cover for Warrior, because now Shield Charge has no cooldown and we can use Stomping Ground on it. So I believe Shield Charge could be the new Rake. We'll see about that. I will try to cover that as well. Now, there is no cooldown on a weapon swap, or no delay. I mean, it's instant, so we can use Shield Charge for moving. That is if Sprint, the new non-combat movement, is bad. If it's good, we don't have to use Shield Charge, but I will show you in the game how to animation cancel Shield Charge with a Spear Disengage, which is instant. That could potentially be one very disgusting build next league if that's still in the game, because it's instantly canceling the skill animation, which could be really good for damage, but it depends, right? It depends. Shield Charge still has cooldown in the current version, so it will be a showcase, but yeah. So you want to focus on as many damage nodes early on as possible in the skill tree, because that's our main source. Now, if you can get flat damage, I actually got nuked here. That is so awkward because I forgot about it. Oh my god, this showcase is already scuffed. Well, let me fast forward a little bit. Did I die twice? Did I die twice? That would be super awkward. I hope not. That'd be good, right? We didn't die. It's fine. Don't worry, don't worry. Fast forward to new act. I got the clap on that boss. Yep, skill issue. Skill issue indeed. I have one Warrior in the campaign. If the drops are still bad, both from items and mainly currency, then it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for a lot of people. That's the main reason people stopped playing last league in 02 Dawn of the Hunt. So we'll see that's not the case. Also, another thing you can do is, as you move, you can just roll dodge Earthquake, roll dodge Earthquake. You can do that as well because it will detonate behind you. It will clear the mobs that follow you. So that doesn't sound too bad either. But you're first. I'm gonna talk about it in a second, but War Banner is getting significant buffs, and I believe that's the reason why I am torn on playing Tactician with Slammer melee builds, because banners seem to be very insane, especially War Banner, and there's like 3 of them. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing Titan though. I'm gonna stick to my Titan. Titanos. You get Wrathbreaker here as well. I did fail. Now, little note here. If you have bosses with ads, what you should do is the classic Rolling Slam and then Bone Shatter after the first hit to proc the Shockwave, because that way you deal more damage to boss. I failed to execute that on this boss. I failed, but you should definitely be doing that. Infinite Cry, later on, you use it for Rolling Slam only for the big damage, because it applies to both hits, kind of snapshots. And you definitely, I believe, or does it not? Am I boosted? Use it now. It's actually used on the first one. Did he? No, he stunned me, I believe. My god, man, my god. Skill issue, obviously. Let's see it here. We use Infernal Cry into. All right, it gets. I think it snapshots. But I was about to say something. Right, Infernal Cry for the Rolling Slam. Early on, a great support gem for big damage is Brutality, which is only pure physical. You will not do any elemental damage, so that's okay though. Early on, we don't really have access to elemental damage, so I recommend getting the Brutality. There is no limit on support gems, so we can use multiple of them. That is very good. But the Yellow Showcase with the Warrior. Here's the Showcase with Earthquake. You can use it as well if you want to. But Earthquake can be very bad with damage depending on your weapon. So it kind of depends. It kind of depends. Rolling Slam Boneshatter is just safe. But yeah, you can use both. Let me see if we got some more over here. This was for my private league I launched. First Ascendancy, it depends what Ascendancy you want to play here, but it kind of depends on the build as well. It differs as well. But for Titan, what I will be going for is probably most likely the maybe Aftershocks. I think I'll go for Aftershocks and AoE. Or go for Armor. If Armor ends up being good, I'm gonna go for the Armor because that is multiplicative on the Ascendancy. So I'll probably go for that. But I'm gonna take you into the planner here. And we're gonna talk about a few things on the menu. So Third Edict, Rolling Slam, Boneshatter. This has good damage. It is pretty good speed because again, we get sprinting, but mainly the shield charge is getting removed cooldown. Can be squishy depending on the gear. You need higher armor for this setup. Now, I don't recommend dual wields. It kind of depends, again, what kind of weapons you drop in your playthrough. But 200 is generally the better option. So for the gear on armor, you're going to get resistances, life, on rings and gloves, flat damage, lightning, fire, cold, physical, doesn't matter. All scale your damage so much. And this is my gear, and that was pretty bad. Movement speed on boots, important stuff as well. Attributes. Weapon, you want to get physical damage percentage and flat damage with attack speed plus melee skills. Again, all out for damage. Now, Bristle technique is getting changed. It will double your accuracy. It will no longer, say what it says or do what it says here. So getting some accuracy on rings or gloves or weapon could be pretty good. They're also changing how accuracy works as a melee. If you're in melee range, you will not need nearly as much accuracy as we needed before. That's a wonderful change. So this could be very good. Even stat stacking or accuracy stacking with a Lickos Today Avenge Shield with Bristle technique would be wild. For charm, if you want to have life easier, there is a quest that rewards the charms in Act 1. You want to get the Cold Sapphire charm here for the last boss Geonor. It will make your fight much easier. And Act 2, you want to get Lightning 1, Topaz. Now for the support gems. In Maze Strike, I just have it for finishing mobs, finishing them off without casting a skill because this takes longer than Maze Strike. So concentrated effect for multiplicative damage, close combat. This is support gem 2, so this is for later on, Act 2, I believe. And Brutality, this is pure physical damage. Rolling Slam, we want to get Brink. If you have really good weapon, your Rolling Slam will stun before the Bone Shatter. If that's the case, get this support gem. This means you cannot stun with Rolling Slam, but you will deal more damage to heavy stunned enemies. And since Rolling Slam scales so well with stunned enemies doing more damage as well, very good support gem, very good. Unless they change this bad boy, but I didn't see the change in the leaks, and leaks are not to be trusted anyway. Overpower for more stun buildup. This is good on bosses, but you don't really need to get this one. You can get Fire Infusion instead. Fire Infusion is fire damage, and that scales well with Infernal Cry. Or you can again go with Brutality if you don't have any elemental damage on the gear. And then Close Combat, enter the support gem level 2 for higher levels for the multiplicative damage. Bone Shatter, important, get Magnified Effect or Impact Shockwave for more AoE and more damage as your first support gems. I'll probably go with that first. You can also get Martial Tempo on Rolling Slam / Maze Strike. This is a attack speed. I'm going to update this in the planner as well. And I am also going to add Hammer of the Gods or Sunder for single target damage. But Sunder got changed, it got nerfed, so not sure if that will really work. Shield Charge, let's talk about this bad boy. Shield Charge. No more cooldown on the next league. And I will be showing you what you can do with Disengage. So we have shield charge here. I'm running Temporalis to reduce its cooldown, but it still has cooldown. So shield charge looks like this. You can just use it. You know, you do a couple steps. I have Stomping Ground here, which is my next build, by the way. But we can do with disengage. Once you press shield charge, you can left click or you can use press disengage. It will cancel its animation. Watch. So we go like this, we go like this, we cancel it. And again, we cancel it. And you can do this non-stop because it will have no cooldown. Right now, I have cooldowns, so I cannot showcase it as perfectly, right? But this could potentially make the build very crazy for damage. So that's my next build idea. But you can use this for traveling. Like, this is very fast for traveling. Weapon swap again has no delay. It will be instant. So you need to get used to the timing though, because if you let it chill charge run too long, you can no longer cancel it. But yeah, this is amazing. Like with the without the cooldown, it will be pretty sick. Back to the planner though. First, Spirit Gem, what you want to get is War Banner. This is getting some ridiculous buffs. I'll show you right here. War Banner gives you multiplicative attack damage 25%. Previously, it was 5 to 6. Gives you accuracy 50% from 30% and gives you 25% attack speed. Has also longer duration. Like, that's just nuts. That's ridiculous. How do banners work? You need to hit or kill enemies to generate glory. Once you get enough glory, you can summon a banner. Or if you're in the presence of a boss, you get passively banner glory. I'm not sure now, but yeah. First Spirit Gem, definitely get this bad boy. Second Spirit Gem in Act 3, Herald of Ash for more AoE. It's all set and done here. You can also go for Cannibalism and Herbalism for life sustain if you're struggling with that a lot. So that goes the support gems. On the skill tree, we do not have the new skill tree for next league. It is what it is. It looks like we will not get one. But early on, you want to rush all the damage nodes as soon as possible. So all of these here, I tried to put a skill priority here as well, so you guys know which one to get first. After this one, you can go for armor if you want to. Or if you don't struggle with survivability, you can ignore that. Go for skill speed, which is attack speed and will help with mana sustain on bosses. Pure damage here. Now, my wish is for this reduced attack speed to be removed next league on this node and this node, because this gives so much damage, it's insane, and stun build up. You can add some AoE here. You should also rush to Resolute Technique for the accuracy. You can get some strength for the either both life, but also just requirements on the gear. Now, after this, you can rush straight up to Battle Fever for attack speed and damage, and then scale up attack damage. So you can straight rush to this, or you can take your time, go for this bad boy first and get some armor here. It depends what your boots, gloves, and helmets are. So it kind of depends on the gear. I said it here as well. And this node is getting changed. It will no longer give max resistances. It will say that armor applies to elemental damage. And if you struggle really big time with mana, you can go with Blood Magic. But the devs confirm they have lowered the mana cost, especially from level 20 skill gems, which is not for this case literally, but yeah, we'll see. If you struggle with it, you can go Blood Magic, but this will be like the base layout for a warrior, for the guide, for the, like, you know, the setup. For endgame, it depends what you want to do. You can go with Earth Shatter, you can go with Earthquake. Those two are safe builds. Both got buffed in terms of damage. They did lower the AoE, but it is what it is. New skills like Volcanic Fissure, I have a build in the right upper corner for current League 02, which was pre-buffed. So it's getting a little bit changed. It's like more, it has a higher damage, it has higher damage, lower damage. Excuse me, this is Grenade, I'm boosted. Oh my god. They are lowering the gem level of Fissure from level 9 to 7. They are scaling the Fizz damage from 60% to 80%. That's pretty good. And they are lowering its damage a little bit, which is unlucky. But Aftershocks are pretty good from quality. That's a separate video though, so you can check it out in the right upper corner. But yeah, the Forge Hammer new skill as well will be pretty cool. Onto the rotation here. So Rolling Slam, you want to use both hits on the bosses to go through with all damage. On the trash AoE, you want to use Bone Shatter after the first hit of Rolling Slam to proc the AoE. You can tell when you can use Bone Shatter is a white glowing ball on the monsters. They are primed for stun, that's where you can use it. Mace right here is just to fight finish Bobs or bosses off. Infill Cry, always use it before Rolling Slam because that's the biggest damage gain here. And Shield Charge, no cooldown. I just showcased it for mobility. If Sprint ends up being very bad, you can just use this bad boy as Weapon Swap has no delay and is instant. Now be careful if when you are in the pack of monsters, you want to roll dodge here and there to avoid being stunned. And there is a POB link if you guys want to. But yeah, with that said, I will update this more with the support gems and thunder for single target damage. Expect more guides. I have like 2 more I want to cover. One is Earth Shatter, one is Shield Charge. So or maybe Earthquake even. But yeah, I stream every day on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, guys. If you want to come by, stop by, talk about some stuff, have questions about Warrior, hit me up because I've been covering Warrior since this game launched. So I might know a thing or two. But with that said, thank you very much for watching, guys. Until next one, you have a good one and peace.